And what is the use of it? We'll talk about how do we do it, what are the demerits of this, and few more things in grouping we'll work on. So this grouping is not the same grouping that we have in Excel pivot table. The grouping that we do in pivot table is called what over here in Tableau?
Bin.
It's called bin, right? It's called binning. It's not called grouping, it's called binning. And if you remember that time also I told you that let's not call it groups because grouping is something else in Tableau. Now, what or why should we create a group? So they are created to combine related members in a field. So if I have one particular field and I wanted to group them together, let's say I wanted to group few countries together, and if there were no regions specified, so I could group the countries together and make that as one particular region, have another set of country, make another region, and so on and so forth. So same field members are grouped together for the purpose of analysis. Okay, you are only going to work in one dimension at this point. No other dimension will be used over here. And it is also used for correcting the data errors. For example, CA, Calif, and California, they all represent the state of California. But let's say if I have taken multiple tables from multiple places, and everywhere the way that they have mentioned California is different, I might just CA Calif California group together and then call it as a California state, so that my analysis is not differentiating these three as three different items and treating it as one. So that's the main purpose of grouping. Now you can make groups little manually, or you can make groups through the tool, but again it's not too sophisticated, it's pretty manual in nature. So let's get started for creating a group. And how do we do it? Let's see. So let me do one thing. Today, let me work on Tableau public and put it over there. Let me not use desktop version at all today. Otherwise, unnecessary, I'll be doing two work. Or I can say, okay, anyways, let me use public version. My public version is a little older than yours. Just few things were very good in the old version. That's why I've still kept it. I'm using the Superstore dataset again. So, for example, I've got this orders sheet. And if you look at one of the columns over here is the product name, right? So if I drop the product name, and let's say if I talk about profit, now what are we looking at? We are looking at the various product names and we are looking at the various profit. Now ACCO is the name of the brand. Now this brand makes multiple products. Now if I wanted to analyze based on a brand like ACCO, what was the total profit I got at the bottom, then you will see Acme is there, Apple is there, Every, Belkin. So these are brand, right? So right now, the way the products are given to me is individually, one for each. But if I wanted to analyze it as a brand, then what do you do? So I want to group them together. So one way of doing it is we can do it manually. We can select one, press the shift, hold on, press the shift button and control button. What am I pressing? I am pressing wrong button. Press shift and down. Like you don't have to press down. So last thing that you want to group. So you have selected all the items of ACCO. And over here, you will see two symbols. One is for creating sets and one is for creating. This is for sets, the groups, which is paperclip, and the Venn diagram to show the sets. So if I click over here, what it has done, it has created this as one single group, and I can go ahead and edit the name, and I can say that this name is, so there are about 21 things that, more than 21 things that got grouped, and I can see this as AACO. Same thing, I can select the next one and press the shift, go all the way down, click on this paperclip thing to make it a group, rename it. and so on and so forth. So this is manual way of doing it. Okay, understood?
Yes, Ishani.
Right.
Ishani is give the counts or sum.
This is doing a sum of it, sum of profit.
Okay, okay.
Okay, whatever, however you dropped, it's just summarizing that value. If you would have dropped it as a count, it would have counted it. Right?
Can you please repeat it again?
Right. So if I have to group anything, let's say if I wanted to group this Acme group, so I've selected the first one, press the shift key, select the last one. So all the Acme items are selected. Pressing this paper clip, which is for grouping, and I can then group it and change the name over here and let it be the Acme products. Sitaram, clear?
Okay, got it.
Okay, this
Thanks.
is manual, and obviously it takes a lot of time to do this thing. But one thing to notice before I show you the other way of grouping is, one thing to notice is that over here, there was already a field called product name, another field got created called product name group. Okay, so one thing could be that, okay, I want to analyze it on group basis, like I want Echo, I want Echoes, I want Acme. But if someone wanted to look at the details, now if I have grouped, I can't look at the details, as in I can't expand the Echo one and look at it. So over here comes the role of something called a hierarchy. Do you know what is a hierarchy? What is a hierarchy? Is there any hierarchy in our data right now?
Yes, Ishani, we do have
Which one?
country, state,
Country, state, city.
Country, state, and
dates
city.
also.
Date is not in a hierarchy. It doesn't show up as a hierarchy in Tableau like it showed in Power BI. But over here, one hierarchy exists, which is country, state, and city.
Okay.
Right? We also understood how we can push region into this hierarchy. Remember?
yes, we do.
That also we did. Now, there is no other hierarchy. So if I want to create a hierarchy in Tableau, how does it work? So I can click on the field which I want to use in the hierarchy. Go over here. So one you will get, say, add, and one you will get as create. So definitely we don't want to add because it is not related to country, state, and city. So we'll go ahead and say create hierarchy. So over here you can give your name of what you want. I'm marking it as product group. So it created a hierarchy of product group, and within that it has shown the product group name that we have created based on the grouping of the items of the. And now inside this, if I drop the product name within this hierarchy, so now you will see this suddenly has a plus symbol on top of it, which means it is expandable. If it is expandable, once I click on it, I should be able to open it and look at the value. So I am going to analyze it on a higher level based on the brand. But at any point, if I wanted to expand it and look at the items within that brand, I can do that also based on the hierarchy that we have created. Okay, so step number one, or the first thing I want you to do is, can you all create a hierarchy for me where I have segment, within the segment a category, and within the category a subcategory? So I want you to create a hierarchy which has segment, category, and the subcategory, because again, that does not exist in our data set. So how would you create it? We'll go to segment, hierarchy, create. Once you've created, then all you have to do is drop the category and subcategory into it.
And category and subcategory.
Segment, category, subcategory, three things in the hierarchy. Where segment is the highest, then the category, then the subcategory.
Yeah, I did.
Did it, okay.
Please done, Ishani.
Done.
Shani done.
Done. Okay. So now you know how to create a hierarchy, because when it comes to grouping, we also tend to create hierarchies because anytime a person wants to expand and look at the details, a person should be able to do it. Let me know when others are done.
Shani, I'm getting a prompt saying that this version of Tableau public is no longer supported. Click on to download.
So you can do remind later also, right, on it?
Yes, I can do remind later.
Yeah, please do remind later. And next time before in the class, try to update it then. Tableau does a lot of updates.
Shani, I'm not getting segment. I have created added hierarchy to segment, but
You
not
are
able
doing,
to drop.
you've created a hierarchy and put segment into it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so to put a category, for example, you can click on the category, go to hierarchy, go to add hierarchy, and now you will see your hierarchy, right? So click on that and add it like this, rather than pulling it up and dropping it.
Okay.
So, Ishani, drag and drop is also correct, na?
Drag and drop or like this, either way, both are correct. But as soon as you put something in the hierarchy, it will stop existing outside. So don't expect product name like it is already there inside. Now it is not going to be outside. So once you've dragged and dropped, it's a part of that hierarchy, just like how country, state, and city is.
Yeah,
So in
it's
segment we have to
drop down.
In segment,
we have to put category and
subcategory.
subcategory. Okay.
So you will have to go create category. So I can make it segment, category, subcategory. So this has been created. This hierarchy is there. It has only segment. Then you can go to category and drop, add it to the segment category. So now you have segment and category. Same thing we can do for the subcategory.
Got it. Done.
Okay. All right. So I've got 3 things over here. Done. All right. So now what happens? Yes.
Shani, dragging and dropping does work, right?
Yeah, it does work. But sometimes, the table is big, lot of dimensions are there. To pulling up and down also takes effort. So that's why you can simply right click and do it.
Okay.
Okay.
But
And anytime you guys are creating hierarchy, the benefit that we get is when you drop a hierarchy, let's say you drop a segment into it. This has a plus sign on top of it. Plus sign always mean that it is expandable. So if I'm looking at the, let's say, segment by sales, and now I want to expand it to the category level. So when I click on the plus sign, I have segment in category. Again, if I click on the category, now I have segment, category, and the subcategory in it. Okay, and if I wanted to collapse it back to, let's say, segment level, I can simply click on the plus sign and get it back. So this gives us little, easy access to the different level of details that we want to look at our data. Is it clear why we are creating the hierarchies and what's the purpose for it?
Yes, Shani. Yes.
Yes, Ishani.
Okay. Arsha done. Sunil, you did pretty well in Power BI. I was very impressed. It's something, something that you are such a quiet person, so I was not expecting. So you gave me a surprise there. So I hope you're enjoying your Tableau classes also.
Yes, Ishani.
Yes,
All right.
Ishani.
You are all right, great. If you need any help, let me know. Okay, since you are so quiet that I really don't know if you have any questions. So please be a little vocal about any doubts that you are having. Okay, Kshitij, Prasad, Maheshwar, are we done?
Yes, Ishani. Done.
Yeah. All right. Done. All done. Great. Okay, now coming back to the group. So one way of grouping that I showed you was the manual grouping that we do. Another way of creating the group would be Just I'm going to delete this one. The other way of creating a group would be to go to the dimension on which you want to create grouping. Go to create, you get an option of group. So once you click on this group over here, all the items are available. So like I said, it is through the tool, but again, not too many things that we can do over here. So we can use contain starts with an exact match in order to find the members of a particular group. So for example, if I say starts with AACO and find all, it automatically finds all the values. So I don't have to click and select it. Then I can simply click on the word what do you call it? I can click on the group and I can click on rename and rename it, right? So one group of echo has been created. Same way I could have done acme, find all. So this becomes little better. Not I'm not saying this is a lot better. It's little better, but yes, better than what we were initially doing. And another thing we can do is, let's say these are the two main things that we wanted, and we want to put everything else in others. So we have something called include others. So if I click on include others, all the rest of the brand is accommodated under this thing as others. So I've converted the multiple items into three main groups, Echo, Acme, and others. So if I click OK, now this product name is there. Let me push it back over here. So if I have the product name, so now it is going to show me based on the product name, what are the sales, and obviously these are going to look very small versus the others. Or let's say if I wanted to do everything starting with A, all those things you could have done. So I am able to look at it in three different groups. And anytime I want to open it, I can click on the plus sign and look at the individual details. Clear? So this is the way of grouping. Any questions you have in grouping?
Where we create the group, can you please repeat that part?
So we went to, let's say on product name we were trying to create. So we went over there, create, and we will select group. And we used over here, I used starts with, but we can use contain starts with an exact match. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So let's practice. Let me give you a quick question to create a group. Okay, let's do this thing in the Superstore data set. The subcategory, make the group of bookcases, chairs, tables, and furnishings, and mark the rest of the items as others. And compare the sales of the two.
So, Ishani, do we have to include books, chairs, table, and furnishing in one group?
Yes, yes. You're going to create a group. You can name it group one, doesn't matter. And the rest of the items should be under others. So converting all the items of subcategory into two groups, group one and others.
Shani done.
Okay. Did you compare the sales of two groups?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Done.
Done, Ishan.
All right. Simple, right?
Yes.
Ishani,
So
can,
what I, yes, please.
can you show the option again?
So in subcategory, what I had given, I didn't tell what you need to group based on, so that's fine. So sales, so you had to group bookcases. Can somebody tell me the other options? Chairs, tables, furnishing. Chairs, tables, furnishing. So this is how you're going to select all the 4 using your control key. And once that is done, you're going to group it from here, group the members. So like I said, right click, you can change the name and we are going to call it as group 1. Faisal, this is done,
Yes.
right? Then once this is done, like subcategory group is done, then you can also go to edit groups and you can say include others. So now 2 groups are there, group 1 and others.
Okay.
Okay, so that what was I had asked for, that's it. Then you can put the labels, you can rotate it, and I'd ask what is the percentage, what did I ask? Compare the sales. So in order to compare the sales, we can put this as a chart, we can put it as a pie, in fact, and we can put this as a percentage. So in order to put this value as a percentage, how would I put it? Like sum of sales, if I put it in the label, it is giving me this value, but I want to convert it into a percentage. How will I do it?
Table calculation.
Table calculation. So I can click on the drop down with table calculation, percentage of total, right? And on this, I am going to drop it in the table now and remove the previous one. So this is 62%, 37%. And we also want to put our category into the labels. So group 1 is contributing 37.47 and others is contributing 62.53% of the sales. Here. Pencil clear?
Shani, we created the
Yes.
different group like bookcases, chairs, furnitures, tables, and other.
One second. So the group 1 has bookcases, chairs, tables, and furnishings. You also have
Yes.
the same thing, right?
But I didn't convert into the group 1.
That is okay. That is okay. I just renamed it to group 1. That's it. All right.
Okay.
Output should be the same. The numbers should match up. All right. Clear? Should we move on?
Yes, Ishani.
Yeah. Now, another thing I want to do today is something not really, it's not grouping, but let's say visually creating a distinction for my end user. A simple example, let's say I've got the subcategories and the sales amount, and I've got this visual over here, and I can sort it also. I can see which is a higher, which is a lower. Now, let's say visually, I wanted to show the end user which are the subcategories which met the target. Let's say the target for each subcategory was $250,000. Now, I want to visually show that which are the subcategories which met the target and the ones which did not meet the target. So how do you propose I can do that? So kind of creating a group, but visual distinction I want. I don't want to club them together and make them one item. I want them to be only visually distinct for the end user. How should I do it?
Maybe different color of the bar whenever it goes
But
beyond
how will
250.
I tell which color of the bar? Which bar? Like how do I pick that? One second, guys.
Ishan.
Yeah.
So can you put a condition here?
Very good. How would you put a condition? What do you use to create a conditional check?
Calculated.
Very good. Calculated field. Wonderful. So we are going to create calculated field, and this could be target. Target. And what we can put over here, we can either simply
The IIF for
we can either do IF or we can simply let's use this one. Otherwise, we could have just said sum of sales is greater than this and leave it.
Yeah.
It's a logical test. So it could have given us the answer. So sum of sales, if the sum of sales is greater than 250,000, then let's say target
met.
target met, or we want to give target not met. Right? Simple. Simplest function. If the sum of sales, let's say greater than equal to $250,000, then target met. Otherwise, target not met, and click OK. Now, what should I do? This is a good job, Ankita and Sanjeev, that we had to make calculated field, put a condition. Now, what do I do?
Can you put a filter or
Not filter. Visual distinction has been done.
Show.
Very good. Who said this?
yeah?
Sitaram, very nice. So target has to be put in colors. So if you understand the target calculated field that you created was what? It was giving you only two outputs, target and target not met. So how many colors can this visual have? Two colors for the two items that it has. So I've got target met, target not met. Simple. So
Yes.
visually I'm able to see it, and definitely we can play around with the color so that this bright orange should not be there because this says target not met. So it doesn't look like a bad thing when it's nice and bright. So we can do that also. We can change the colors. Now tell me one thing. What if I wanted to make a visual in such a way that I want to make this target also a little dynamic? In the sense, if a person said, okay, let's say if it is 300,000, how many met it? If it was 350,000, how many met it?
We can create a parameter.
Wonderful. Sanjeev has studied well for the test today.
Thank
You
you.
want to get another 100%, huh?
Yeah, I want that. I'll tell you the reason why.
So, very good answer. That's a correct answer. See, anytime the need, when you're creating a visual, anytime when you have a need that you want to make that input dynamic, and the input is going to come from the user, think in terms of parameters. Okay. So again, how will I do it? I'll go over here. I'll create parameter, and I can give this as target and set target, just to change the name because I've got target as a field also. Data type I'm putting as an integer, and I'm making it as a range with the min, max, and step. Let's say the minimum target I want to give is 100,000. Maximum I want to give is 400,000, and I want a step of 50,000. Okay, so this thing you all know that range is there, max, min, step, size. Click OK. Once a parameter is created, I am going to edit it, not edit, show parameter. What should be my next step? Create parameter, show parameter. Next,
Link.
link the parameter. So how do I link the parameter? I'll go back to my field called target, only if I will find it. Target, and this target I want to edit. What should I edit over here?
Say it again what we are doing, Shani.
So now we want to link the parameters. How do I link the parameter now? So if cell target is, if change this, right? Yeah, cell. This is hard coded. Change it to set target, the parameter we had created. That's it. And click OK. And now this is 300,000. If I increase it, it is changing. And when I decrease it, it is changing. Got it?
Yes, sure.
So let's try to, we have 8 minutes before I have to start my assessment. So try to complete this part. This is visual grouping. Let me know once you're done, huh?
Shani, what are the values for minimum, maximum, and step size?
I did 100,000, 400,000, and 50,000.
Okay, thank you.
So Shani, what did we do first? Did we created a group first?
No, we created a calculated field. There's no grouping involved in this part.
Okay, so okay, that I've done.
And then we dropped it in the color card.
Oh yeah.
Then we created a parameter and linked it.
Done, Ishani.
Done. So now what I'll do is I'll try to share this in the LMS.
Ishani, please show the last chart.
Sure.
I can check if this is correct mine also.
Chanchal,
I
please
said
keep the links ready.
3 lakh.
What happened? Yeah, this is 3 lakh.
I'll share the
Yes,
code
it's
now.
correct. Can you please?
Yeah.
Ishani, please show the labels.
Tables and oh, you mean the calculated field?
No, just click on the label so that I can match my labels. If I set 3 lakh set target,
Mm-hmm.
so the
Oh,
chairs, bookcases, copies, and
sorry,
appliances also showing.
this one.
Yes.
But
Yes, it
it's
is
more
correct.
important. More
The
than
same
this,
is
it's more important to look at these. Are these matching or not? 3 lakhs
Shani,
are
can you
yes,
show?
the
it is
subcategories are coming or
matching.
not? Matching.
Yeah, it's
Shani,
also
can
you
you
please show the calculated field as well? The
Done, Ishani.
Done.
In my
Got it?
case, color combination is different.
Color combination as in the colors or the
The color
values?
combination, like target met is yellow and that
That's
just
okay.
upside down.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So guys, done. If you're done, Chanchal, let's post the link for today's assessment. It's on quizzes platform. Kindly use your Gmails that you have used previously. Today's which session I forgot.
10.
10. Thank you. And if I could ask any one of you, not now, once you're done with your assessment, just check if this link works for you now or not. This Tableau public link.
Can you please share this link over the WhatsApp group?
Okay. It's a quick 15-minute test. Each question has about 45 seconds that you need to answer. It's not data-based, hence should not take you too much time.
Shani, can you please share once again this link? I have logged in with other computer.
Sure, sure. Chanchal, can you help me?
Yes, ma'am.
Vinay, we didn't receive the link on WhatsApp group.
I haven't received link.
Once again, let me call Vinay. Might be busy, might not have heard us. Hold on.
Chinchal, can you please share the links on what this? Okay. Got it.
I think he is busy. Should I put it in the LMS that everybody has an access to? That works.
Ishani, can you please share it again? I have joined from my personal laptop.
Yes, sharing it again, and I'm going to share it in. Oh, sorry. So hold on, it's tap the public link that went. Sharing it again also, and sharing it in LMS also, so that not able to. Oh, we can't copy here or what? Select all. Chanchal, can you help? I'm not able to copy. I don't know why. Copy.
Ma'am, from the chat window, you won't be able to copy.
No. Oh, this is Genpax. I forgot. Can you please paste it again? And can you WhatsApp? Oh, I have it in my WhatsApp.
Honey, I am not able to join with the code
What is it giving you?
showing error. Let me check
Showing
once again.
error.
226.
Chanchal, are you sharing?
So, Sitaram, you can just log into quizzes, and where it says join code, put 022262581. And she has shared also.
Okay, thank you.
It's showing invalid game code 0226.
Ishani, even I'm not able to log in. It's
022262581. Anyone who's been able to start off?
Sign up with mobile number.
Yes, Ishani.
Ishani. It's giving the login again. I'm not able to log in.
Are you logging in with your Gmail, Sanjeet?
Yes. Earlier I used to just click and it was opening.
Yes,
Make
earlier.
sure. So if it's not clicking and opening, just sign in into quizzes using your Gmail and then enter this code at the end 022262581.
Okay, I forgot the password. Anyways,
Try.
yeah, I had done forgot password, but no mail is coming at my Gmail. I don't know.
If you have another one, create it quickly over there.
No, my another one is also not working. Anyways, I'll keep trying.
Can I share my screen so that I can?
What do you want to do with your screen?
It's I'm putting the code. It's not working.
What is it giving you as an error? What does it say?
Should I join? Give mobile number. Asking for mobile number.
Without mobile number, using your Gmail, did you sign in?
No.
Please sign in using your Gmail. And then when you open quizzes, on the right top, there is a place which says enter the code. So please enter the code over there.
Okay, now it's
not working.
I'm facing a different error. So as soon as I give the code, right, it is asking if I'm on the screen, right? I click on start again, it is not going further.
So how did you sign in? If you've done it through your phone number, it doesn't work. You have to sign in using, so do one thing, enter, join a code. Did you put anything in join code?
I kept it, but I've signed in with the mobile number. So I think
there is a problem that we face in mobile number. Can you do it using your Gmail? Mobile numbers always give us trouble over here.
Shani, what was the code? Could you please tell it again?
Yeah, 0226
Yes.
2581.